Peace, y'all. Peace, peace. Welcome back to my channel. This is Brittany. So happy to have you here on another beautiful day with a wonderful message from Source. So, listen, y'all. I wanted to tap in with you about something that was brought through in the message, the last channel message that I brought through. And what was coming to me was at times, like, it can be so easy for us to forget. Like, this planet does not make it easy. This planet, this dimension does not make it easy for us. And that's why you're so strong. Literally, that's why you're so strong. Because you are having to combat so much shit here. Like, your life hasn't been easy. Nothing has come super easy for you. Like, you've always had to work at yourself and work at what it is that you want. And for some, it may have been more difficult or more challenging than others. But regardless, like, you've done everything that you've needed to do to get to where you are now. And that's something that should always be commended. You should always, make sure that you are patting yourself on the back, that you are celebrating yourself, that you are really loving on yourself for how far you've come, because you have come so far. In case like you weren't thinking about it, like, I did want to just remind you of that. And also, what was coming through in the previous message was about how this is the time that we have all wanted and desired and looked forward to on a soul level. And some people may be like, wait, that sounds crazy. Like, what do you mean? Like, this is the time. Like, I still don't have this. I still don't have this. Like, I'm not where I want to be. Like, Brittany, don't you see? Like, all the shit going on in the world is straight chaos. Like, and all the things. And I'm having all my tower moments and everything. And I'm going to say, yes, I understand. I completely get it. Nothing looks perfect on the outside, right? But that doesn't mean that this time that we're in right now is not the time that you set up for yourself, because it is. On a collective level, this is what the collective has asked for. Okay. And the reason why I say that, although there's so many things that are just horrendous and just like morally, just like, what? It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would we choose to do this? And all the shit that's going on, like, on the world stage. Okay, remember, this shit is a play. Remember, this shit is a play. You got to remember, this is a stage. There are a lot of actors, and they are acting very, very well. They're doing exactly what they are supposed to be doing. Okay. But it's our human selves, our emotional selves, that really get like, we get wound up over the things that we're seeing, and we don't like it. Right. But there is a mission. There is a mission. And the mission is to get your ass and the earth's ass to ascend. Okay. That is the mission. That is the mission. Everything else is just weaving into that. Okay. And when I say ascend, I'm talking about out of this 3D level plane that you have been playing in your entire life. Okay. The goal is to get the earth to ascend. And the goal is to get you to ascend through remembering who you are, through your healing work, through a higher level of consciousness, so that you can move to a more steady 40 level consciousness and above. And the earth, Gaia, Mother Earth, Daughter Earth, whatever you'd like to call her, she also is tired of all of the crap that's been going on her planet for so long, much longer than you've been alive, much longer than you can even remember. She's tired of it. She wants it to stop. She wants to ascend because when she ascends, that means that all of the darkness that is on this planet will be washed away. It will not affect her in the way that it's affecting her because this darker energy is siphoning her energy. And this is not what she was created for. It's not what she was created for. Okay. So that's on like cosmic level of like what is happening. So on a human level, when we see all this craziness going on in the world, your soul planned you to be here at this time to see it all go down, to be a part of it in whatever way that you're a part of it, to not be a part of it in whatever way you're not a part of it. Because your soul knew that this was a plan. And the way things work is the collective on a mass scale wants to be woken up. There are a lot of people, like if you're tuned into this video right now, you have a higher level of consciousness, meaning you have gone through some sort of spiritual awakening. It doesn't matter how small or how large, you have gone through some sort of spiritual awakening. Otherwise, you would not be able to connect in with my frequency. However, there are a lot of people who have not undergone a spiritual awakening as of yet. But a lot of people are awakening, and their souls desire for them to awaken. Because when that happens, as you know, even though it's very challenging, it's very, very challenging, you're having tower moment after tower moment after tower moment, healing after healing after healing, all the things. You get to come back home to self. You get to remember that this is a play. You get to remember that you are an infinite being, that when you transition off this planet, that is not the end of you. Your soul doesn't just up and disappear. Okay. You get to move on to your next journey of expansion. Whatever you choose on a soul level to experience is what you get to experience next. And so, on a collective scale, all of the souls that have not awakened yet, maybe have tried to awaken, but it's so hard to in this construct, have all decided that they're willing to do whatever that they're willing to do in order to wake up. So if that means that we got to go to war, if that means that there has to be a complete tower moment for the United States, for other countries, for the entire world, then that is what needs to be, then that's what needs to happen. Because unfortunately, I'm sure you could probably relate to this. There has been moments where like your spirit has been trying to get you to understand something. They said, we don't have to make it so bad. Don't have to, it doesn't have to be that bad. But I'm trying to get you to go in this direction and you're not going in this direction. So then you have a tower moment where it seems like everything comes crashing down in your life. And that is a moment where you make the decision to stand up. That is a moment where you make the decision to decide that, you know what, I've reached my rock bottom. There ain't nowhere else for me to go but up. And then you pull yourself up, no matter how difficult it is. It's the same thing that's going on right now. It's the same thing that's going on right now and will continue to go on until the collective wakes themselves up, until the earth ascends. So everyone is in cahoots together on a spiritual level, saying that, you know what, if the world has to have a tower moment where everything looks like it's gone into complete chaos and everything is brought down to the point where the only way, the only place to go is up, then that is what is needing to happen. and there's nothing that anyone can do to stop it. This is what's called a divine plan, a divine orchestration. So all of these people that we're seeing that are a part of all of these decisions are playing a role, and they're doing it purposefully. Some are aware, some are not aware. It doesn't matter. It's all happening very purposely. That is like the macro version of everything. And then when we zoom in, and you zoom into your life and what's going on in your life, it's very similar. Your soul is playing a role for the collective, but your soul is also playing a role for yourself, of course. Like, you're here to evolve. So, in whatever way you need to evolve, is what is going to happen so that you can evolve. So, if that means that you're having your own tower moments, if that means that you're having to go through some really challenging times right now, just, we've talked about many times before that we are in a collective 9 year. Nine in numerology is about transformation, it is about rebirth, it is about death of the old, birth of the new. And so that is all, that energy is touching all of us. Every single one of us is not going to miss you. You're going to feel it at some point this cycle. So when you're aware of that, doesn't mean that the shock factor goes away, but you realize that there's a higher plan in play and that everything is happening for you very purposeful. There's so many like dragonflies around my car right now. It's wild. They're just like staying around. So maybe one of you can look up the spiritual significance of dragonflies and like drop it in the comments. So this is what you're experiencing in your life as well. And it's also, Source wants me to remind everyone that you choose your experiences. Like, your soul has a plan that it wants to play out in this lifetime. And um, it was a plan that set forth before you incarnated. Plus, every year on your birthday, you get to rewrite on a soul level. That's like a portal opens up. And in that portal, your soul gets to make adjustments to your soul contracts. And so these are like the major times where you get to change your trajectory in whatever direction you want on like a soul level. So it you can find some solace in knowing that you are where you're meant to be, and that your soul spirit is literally guiding you. It's literally guiding you every step of the way, regardless of if it looks crazy, regardless of like if you don't understand it, which I get it because I have a lot of those questions myself. I'm like, wait, why is this happening? Or why is this not happening? Or when is this going to happen? Or when is this going to stop happening? Like, I get it. I'm like right there with you, sharing in the craziness of this human experience. But like, where our spirit teams and Source want us to get to is being as balanced as we can, is really getting to the place where we just trust. We just trust. Like, and we just trust that everything is working out, even when we can't see how it's going to work out, because that is a part of trusting your intuition and trusting your gut. And that's why it makes it more challenging to trust your intuition and trust spirit and trust your gut, trust, God, source, universe. Because you're just like, but logically this doesn't make any sense. Logically, I just don't understand how A plus B equals C. And they're just like, but wait. There's more. Wait. You don't need to understand. You just need to trust, surrender, and soften into who you are, into your trust factor, into flow. And everything else is going to work out for you. But that, as we know, is the most challenging part, which is why we can at times get caught up with our ego, because our ego will be like at times the loudest voice. No, 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 you don't need to do that. Mm-mm. You want certainty. So over here, this is certainty. Let's go in this direction. You got certainty over here. And spirit is like, you don't need certainty to trust, because whether you realize it or not, that is part of what you're here to learn, is to trust in yourself. One of your biggest lessons. This is a lesson that we all are working through. Trusting in self, trusting in your intuition, your gut feelings, your emotions that are telling you something about yourself that you need to pay attention to. Like intuition, baby. That's spirit talking. That's your guides talking. That's your angel team talking to you. And that is what you are needing to listen to and trust that the plan that you set forth for yourself, even in the moments where you're just like, why would I have done this to myself? Like, why would I have done this to myself? And it doesn't make any sense. There's a purpose in it. There's a purpose in it. It was a purpose that you agreed to, that you agreed to. Whether you want to believe that or not, it doesn't change the fact that truth is truth. So, your job is just to continue trusting no matter what things look like. And know that you are, every day, you have an opportunity to choose yourself. Every day, you have an opportunity to choose your highest timeline. Every day, you have an opportunity to choose what's in alignment with your heart, with your soul, not with your ego, not with your mind. So, just what I'm feeling like intuitively is probably like one of the next messages is going to be about like how to decipher when you're receiving messages from your mind, your ego, versus when you're receiving messages from spirit, your intuition. That's just kind of like how I'm feeling in this moment. But yeah, babe, that's your job, to stay in as much alignment as possible, and your soul is guiding you heavily, 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 because this is the time that you are meant to be in at this time. Time you're meant to be in right now. You're meant to be here right now. You are meant to experience what you're experiencing right now, so that you can continue to stand tall, so that you can continue to remember who you are, so that you can continue to rise above all the mess, all the stuff, all the fluff, all the things that are not in alignment with who you are and where you're going. And everything that you have ever wanted is on its way to you. It's on its way to you. You know why? Because you are in alignment and you are releasing all of the things that you need to release in order to bring in all of the things that are in most truest, the highest form of alignment for you. And you're doing that. Congratulations for continuing to do that. I'm right here with you. We all working on it together. It's not easy, but we're doing it. So thank you so much for showing up for yourself today. Thank you for tapping into my energy and my frequency. I hope that there is something within this message that resonates with you and that you can leave this message with. I love you all so very much. If you've made it this far in the video, could you please drop a fire emoji? Drop a fire emoji for me, baby. Okay? All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow in the next channeled message. Peace, y'all.